I think extremely important. A restaurant within a hotel isn't just an amenity. People are basically really staying with our hotels across the world, and not just Dubai, where we obviously as Jumeirah Group extremely honored to be in the market since day one, a homegrown brand. Food and beverage to us is very, very dear to deliver honest food and beverage and a proper defined food and beverage. And the importance for our guests is very much, it is part of the experience. It is part of your stay. It's part of your great experience for whatever facilities you use. If it's a business hotel, from a business side, to really fall back when you have that time of enjoying a meal, enjoying a restaurant, to feel at home and delivering a very distinctive food and beverage offer to define it further, obviously. Yeah. Interesting question. Cost factors, organic. Every time you hear organic in the market, and especially Dubai, I think, or the UAE by itself, listening over the last 2 years, it's a big topic, obviously, organic. What is organic? Is organic a certified arm already in Dubai established to be real organic? I think that's a question which has to be asked, and there's a lot happening within the industry, and we as Jumeirah Group are extremely proud to support those. Hydroponic growing as an example, local growing. We are in a region which is heavily influenced by hot weather and not natural growth. I think the price is something people get always diverted on. Everybody says they want to use organic or naturally grown or locally grown. However, then the price is something where people shy back, and I think it has no impact. I think it has an impact to our customers, which are looking for honest products and ingredients, and especially in the location again where it's a major import market, which is Dubai is flying in across the world seasonal, and to utilize the Dubai facilities, support them. And I think we're extremely proud as Jumeirah Group by itself to support local growers and utilize their products and bring it in the front to our customers in its very natural stage. And we are very much in the support, obviously, of the farmers markets, which are happening since the last couple of years. We are hosting them now in 2 of our locations, Jumeirah Emirates Towers every Saturday, and now we are starting, obviously, the farmers market as well in Medina Jumeirah. Not just to host them and have them with us, to bring the local farmers in, so to really connect with them and affiliate with our chefs to encourage them to utilize the product. And think product which our customers and our guests obviously will enjoy, and not being shied away by the price. The price is a factor, but comparing it to the import products, actually the price is not a big challenge. It is a challenge. You can take it as a challenge if you like, but I think as an overall we are very much orientated onto the product by itself, and supporting it to let the market grow further as Dubai obviously or the UAE develops further. "100%. I think there's nothing in its way. We are all in the same business, food and beverage, directors and head chefs or executive chefs. I think it's the passion what drives it. We are in the customer business. We're in basically hospitality business to serve guests, and if the passion and the mindset is there, then it will work. And I think we see many great proofs out there, not just in food and beverage, but even further. Even in Jumeirah Group, we've got numbers of general managers which have come from a chef background. Chefs are not most probably seen sometimes as scary, and being that trusting, influential people, but with an open mind and keeping the focus on why we are really here and not in the harsh world. I think you can make it easily, and it's all about passion, and be open-minded and focus what really our customers want and not what we want as food and beverage operators. And, inconsistency of food supplies is a topic which has been out there 50 years ago, talked 50 years ago, so it is now, and so it will be, I'm sure, in the next 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. It's always something coming up as their big challenge, and I think I've been attending many different panels, many different conferences globally as well, and the topic comes up everywhere. I think how we can eliminate it very simply is not talk about it, so really get with suppliers, get with producers, get with people who provide the products and see them as the experts. Don't tell them what we think they should do. We are the chefs, we are the food and beverage operators, we are the concept creators, which we transform into great experiences for our customers, and do meet with them regularly and get the suppliers to understand what you're actually doing. And I think an initiative we have started very much across our restaurant portfolio within Trumara is to invite our suppliers into our restaurants as well, to bring them along and not just say I want that and that product. And a good example is I've opened up a true Mexican restaurant called Tortuga, which is true Mexican. It's not Tex-Mex, it's true Mexican, and it has some very key elements of supplies needed to be perfectionized and consistent. And I think every restaurant has the challenge of delivering consistency. We're taking it on and off, but bringing suppliers along and make him understand what the Mexican restaurant really is, what we've created, which is a restaurant with soul, run by people, by Mexican people as an example in this case, and make him understand the avocado, which is one of the main essential ingredients, are required to be there. If you make them part of your business and make them understand and make them taste and make them feel what we think, they will be able to supply it. It just needs relationships, and I think it just needs understanding of what we require from him to make us successful, and if we are successful, he is successful. So it's a partnership, and I think that's the only solution, and the solution is very simple. We sometimes think of many different other solutions, but let's go back to the basics, and I believe in the basics, and that's why I emphasize again Mexican restaurant. It's a true Mexican restaurant, and it is not a Tex-Mex, it is a Mexican restaurant, and it has certain elements, which is its beauty, its experience, and for our customers to experience it not just once, but to get to be a fan of it. And with consistent ingredient delivery and consistent products, you don't have just a fan for once, you have a fan forever and for always, and that reflects back into your business. Purchasing, yeah, very much. Again, I think it's very much a similar link with the suppliers. The previous question I've answered is there is no interference. We can create interferences if we want to, and I think many times in corporate companies, if you're a big organization, that might be an obstacle. But again, the obstacles, I believe, are created sometimes even by ourselves. And it is food and beverage, it is a very specialized trade, but we should, and I think one of my big philosophies within the group and within what we've managed is the chef is the expert of cooking, and the growers and the producer are the experts of growing and producing. There's nobody as close to products than the growers and producers. And especially in a market like the UAE, I think it's crucially important to connect the suppliers, which are not the growers actually, which are more the distributors, to connect them with both of those parts. And purchasing is a natural thing then, and being able to prove it and being able to obviously show within bigger organizations, it isn't always about the price, it is about the quality, and the price will deliver you obviously profits, and profits is what every business is all about, and not something we want to bother any customers of ours. It's our challenge and it's our job. That's what we're here for. Just create a family between growers, producers, purchasing, and suppliers, us in this market. And I think there will be never a challenge. It's just create a possibility. I think it's a fantastic initiative, and especially in a market which is drastically growing, finding consistency, finding stability. We're always very good, and especially in our industry in hospitality, to compare ourselves to major cities which have been created over hundreds of years. I think the UAE is a true exciting hub, and that's what brings me here, what brings me to attend this conference as well. And and being able to network, being not able to sell. Selling is fast, we've got a lot of salespeople out there. It's being able to explore things which you might not see on a day-to-day basis, because we, again, and there's, you're seeing here the stands, the different exhibitors, the different presentation of different products and equipment and so on is truly impressive, because we as food and beverage operators, as an example, don't have the time to look outside of this box what we do, and being able to connect with those people, and it's an eye-opener. It's innovative. Innovation is simplicity sometimes, and that's in my eyes. So I think it's an amazing initiative and can just grow. I think there's opportunity to grow, make it bigger, make it maybe a bit more separated, because I noticed as well, and that's maybe something I would comment on, you have quite a vast variety of from interior design to fit out, which is one part, but then you have got certain food and beverage product producers, but then food and beverage solutions as well. So I think it's quite a strong mix to try possibly to segregate this a bit and put different hubs into place. And the food and beverage obviously focuses on the food and beverage, the interior and project management focuses on the interior and project management, and fit out is totally something different again. But the initiatives, I think, is fantastic. Dubai is known for it now, and Dubai is is on the way to be an innovator for global, from a global perspective, people to look at us and say, you see what Dubai did. And I had the great pleasure to live in major cities like New York, like in London, for years and years and years, and in Asia. Traveled a lot, and I think Dubai is respect. I mean, respect for its consistency, for its vision driven by His Highness. I think that's really where the thing has to go back. It every time starts somewhere in the head. I always have a saying, the fish starts smelling or tasting from the head down, and I think Dubai is just enormous. Great opportunities, networks, people, expertise within their own fields, and putting this together, it's a very healthy recipe for success.